And
Okay.
welcome back, everybody. After some technical difficulties, I think we are live. If we are not live,
Yeah.
please confirm or deny these actions.
Huge thank you to Laura for just stepping up and taking over. I mean, this is the usual. I mean, Laura to the rescue. It's incredible. Thank you so much.
Laura to technical difficulties and then pretending to rescue stuff. Yeah, that's what happens. Um, it happens, stuff happens. That's fine, but I think we managed back to f5. Okay, we are back to f5. Perfect. We can see the live positions. Okay, yay, Jesse. Now we can actually focus on some chess, but we will definitely need a cappuccino after the next break.
Thank you, Laura. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that
Saving the day.
I mean, I don't know how long we have been gone. It felt like, I don't know, 10 minutes, but it was probably more.
I'm
uh,
sure it wasn't that long in chats. You see what they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. And that's exactly what has happened there.
Chat.
And we were absent, so now their hearts are fonder of us. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice to say. Um, yeah, no, definitely. I hope all is okay. YouTube has not moved, so I hope everything's fine there. But Karsten is definitely back to F5. Do you want to check what happened on board number one while we were distracted?
Yes, let's do it. We were gone for a couple minutes, but didn't take our eyes off the board while setting up. And yeah, Laura was speed running, just trying to take over, and it was perfect. So, exchange of queens. An exchange of queens has happened.
And
Thoughts?
yeah, and my question was after g takes h6, how are we responding after e takes f5? I thought going to king to g5 was very risky because of f4, so let's see how Amin Bassem decided to go for it. And he went through exchanging the rooks first, okay.
Hmm.
But wasn't he worried about rook a7? I guess not, because rook b8 saves the day. So that's why
Is d4 move after that? Yeah, I wasn't even sure because like after rook to a8 as rook to b8,
yeah.
sorry, that you mentioned, is d4 move?
Hmm. Okay. Now, yeah, definitely we're having some fun here. I guess let's just take. And what do you want to do now? Take, or or do you wanna? Yeah, I guess we can take, but I think this knight can be very strong in this endgame compared to this bishop. That's why we have to go f3 anyway. Yeah.
We might have to just adjust the overlay a little bit. We're coming back to our
Oh,
radioactivity
I
ways,
see. Oh, that's
but
that's
it's very,
radioactive.
it looks very aesthetic. Like I would frame a photo like that and just put it on my wall. But
Oh my god, can we just stay like this for a moment? Because you thought Jess's board was radioactive. Look at this board.
we'll fix it
this
very
is
quickly.
this is Chernobyl 2.0, okay? Let's fix this. I agree. Let me just go for it and go into the properties. No, into the filter, sorry. And just the chroma key. This looks
We'll
fun
add
though.
some beautifier to the
This looks
overlay.
so fun though. Uh, I I think I might have chosen the wrong color. Let me go a bit grayer or a bit less. Let's go a bit grayer. Yeah, this might work a bit better. Okay, almost not radioactive anymore. Just a bit. Okay, I think this might work. Chat,
I think you know.
chat. Does this work? Oops, sorry. Let me just put the board a bit down. Okay,
You might have to click on live first, move to back to live board, and then see if it's
true.
proper. Yeah.
Back to life. How? Okay, I think it works. Yeah.
Okay, great, super.
Okay.
Yes.
Yay! A small win is a win, for us.
I'm gonna miss our radioactivity. All right, moving on.
I think we should bring it back later, but okay. Uh, yeah, no, definitely. That's why White played f3, and
Okay.
after king f5. Ah, finally we are attacking this way. Maybe that was the plan. But yeah, after c5, well, you could argue that all the pawns are on black squares, but that really stops white bishop from being active enough to play chess today. So after rook b8, I wonder how white will continue this actually, because this is not really doing much. For example, I can now start maneuvering my knight, I don't know, to f4. And how do you deal with this?
That's true. Now that the pawn structure is rather static, even near the center, I would imagine that black is quite happy having a knight versus a bishop in a position like this.
Hmm.
But do you think that this might actually amount to a draw? What is the likelihood of this just being completely equal?
Um, yeah, for example, if there was just if there were no rooks on the board, okay, it would be difficult to say, but yeah, like you said, I think knight would be very happy. But with this rook holding this one, yeah, I think this is likely to be a draw, but like you said, Bassem is a very experienced chess player, and what better way to beat a youngster that you're playing against, 14-year-old boy, than in an endgame. So definitely he will try, and actually I will go and predict that Bassem will trick him at the end and he's gonna win somehow. I don't know how. Maybe going to f5, knight f4, asking how to defend this one. Rook g8 is a big threat. Uh, I think this is gonna be very difficult.
I do like that idea there for black. So at least black's plan is sort of straightforward and could even give up a pawn or so for this kind of attack or pressure on white. But I like that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Knight h5 is on the board, so we will definitely see what's gonna happen. Let me just click the rec in case. Yeah, we have a draw on board number 7. You know, we left this game where two knights were still on the board, and we were like, oh, knight e2, knight g3, knight h5, checkmate, you know? uh, it's not that simple because after queen g5, for some reason, he decided to go knight f4 instead of knight g3. I don't know why, because knight g3 is the best move in the position while we're so strong. um, but he decided to exchange a pair of knights and basically stabilize his pawn structure. And at some point, there was, I think, he could have exchanged. There was an exchange of bishop as well, or no? This was the repetition. Oh, sorry. Okay,
Oh, they repeated. All
just
right.
repeated. So I guess Lee starting the tournament strong, drawing with the grandmaster. I guess it's a strategy, Jesse. You know, first game you're looking for a GM norm, and you play grandmaster. I guess happy with a draw is enough, or do you think it would be better to play this on when you have this chance?
Yeah, you want to build a foundation of just securing some not losses but positive results, and draws are. I think a draw for white here is a definite positive result.
Mhm.
You know, leading up. How many rounds? They have 9 rounds, I believe,
Yeah,
and the tournament's going on until the 12th of August. Yeah,
yeah,
so nine rounds for them. So yeah,
yeah.
a draw in the first round is great.
Yeah, definitely should be fine. I am slightly bitter because I really like these two knights, and also look at this pawn structure. I don't
You
think
would
this
play
is
on.
I don't think this was necessary. Especially if you're looking for a GM norm, you need some wins, yeah. But I guess he didn't see the way to break through, and of course I don't blame him. It's hard to beat a grandmaster. um, yeah, but which now that I'm actually streaming, it's a bit hard for me to move the board. So which game should we see next?
Yeah, I really wanted to take a look at some of the games where there's a huge time difference and maybe even some time trouble. So we could see that very clearly on board 6, maybe between
Ah,
Iranian.
yeah. Sorry.
With
Go ahead.
6, let me check. My eyesight is terrible. Yeah, board 5 actually. In fact, it is board 5
Oh,
between
sorry.
Akshay and Iranian. Yep, this is the
Oh,
one I'd love to take a look at. What is going on?
Yeah, I'm a bit confused. Let's just see which Sicilian this came from. I'm gonna open the Lichess database to see what was. Okay, this is very classic. C4, yeah, it's definitely one of the main lines, but
Yeah.
G6, okay, very interesting Sicilian here. Um, and after H3, we are in new territory. But how did this transpose to all the pieces coming to the first rank? Let's see, B3. Ah, this is how it went. Okay. Knight C2, we have to protect our rook. Seems like white's pieces are a bit awkwardly placed,
A
but
little bit.
yeah, but I guess white is trying to trap black's queen, you know? If the knight moves, bishop d2 would be a bit scary already. Um, but g4. Whoa. Okay, forcing the knight to move and attack the queen, and now this is the live position. Okay, I guess we can understand the dynamic of position a bit better. So black is a pawn up, and
It was
white.
good to start with material, yes.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm a pawn up. Can I just exchange some things?
Hmm. Yeah, and white is still suffering with the development of the pieces.
Uh, yeah, definitely. And let's say I go rook e8. Like it's you know I'm a pawn up. You know I can be happy with that. I think or not. I think I can. um, I'm trying to see. In worst case scenario, I can just move the bishop, play e4, and then your rook is in big trouble.
That's true, and the knight could simply go to d7 and a really nice maneuver that you like with the knight,
Mm.
bringing it to e5 and f3.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
there we go.
Oh yeah.
Feels
Oh,
juicy.
that's a nice night there. Yeah, and actually, let's see if my engine started to work. Of course, when you're material up, first thing you think about is exchanging the queens or more pieces. I'm confused by the move queen d2. Did I have to play it? Couldn't I have went for bishop d2 would be followed by queen b2? And I cannot go bishop c1 because I think this is the way to play. And I'm still a pawn down later. Yeah, still a pawn down. So, but again, bit confused by queen d2. Yeah, and queen takes d2 definitely is the best way to continue. We can you guys cannot see it, but it's -2.
Oh,
And not okay, rook 8 is good, but also just bishop f3. Also with the same plan, you know, just opening up this bishop. Well, 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 that looks very good for Naranjan on the first round.
very, very true. Winning in the first round can give you the confidence you need, definitely. But I always find that, the first round is never quite, you're not really playing at your full strength. It's a new venue, you still need to settle in. Maybe there's a little bit of nerves going into a tournament, and so on. But how do you usually approach the first couple of rounds of a tournament? Is there something special that you do?
No, I just try to. Well, I am very nervous before the first round or before any round usually, but um, yeah, I just try to relax. I just try to mentally prepare myself and say, you know what, you're here to enjoy chess. You play chess because you like chess, not because you have to. You can do other stuff, but you're here because you enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this way, but when you're a professional chess player, it's very tough because you feel forced that you have to win, that you have to perform well. And in these kind of scenarios, you realize, okay, let's just not lose the game. It's kind of your mentality. So let me play and let me get a position. If it's playable, we will play. If it's equal, we will draw, you know? Just don't lose. um,
Some good advice, like getting some advice from your coach. It's like, just don't lose. and you'll be
Just
fine.
good. Yeah, just play solid. Yeah, don't blunder. It's hard. It's very hard. But are you nervous before the games or?
I used to be really nervous. I
Yeah.
mean, especially playing in tournaments where I had like crazy imposter syndrome, like I shouldn't be here, like these players are so good. But I think over time, over the 20 years I have been playing, it's really taught me how to keep composure and not really stress too much about the results, but rather about just trying to play really good chess. I try to put myself in this frame of mind of play a game that someone would want to put in a book one day. Even if I don't get even close or half as close to that, at least it's changed my frame of mind. So yeah, you got to think in different creative and positive ways. So, yeah, I really
Okay.
like what you said though.
No, I like
Like,
what you said, like to think about, okay, this game should be for the books. It's hard, yeah, but definitely very good motivation to think about. Um, yeah, okay, I just tried to check some crazy positions as well, and I think this game on board number 13
yeah,
um, looks like, I don't know how we got to this end game, but this looks like black should be winning it. And
indeed. Yeah,
quite,
we can go back a little bit, and then after this we can go look at board number 11,
okay.
where Black Pieces has 2 minutes left on the
Same.
clock. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, but let's see what happened here.
Okay, so just want to see how did. Okay, so here we're already a pawn down, so I guess it was some opening theory where we lost a pawn or sacrificed it. Just very quickly going through it, nothing special, just want to see. This is how we lost the pawn, okay. And after some exchanges, we went into this endgame, and after 100,000 moves, how did we lose another pawn? Ah, this is how
Oh
we lost
yeah,
another pawn.
there it
Okay,
is.
so this is how it went, and then we made this exchange for the a pawn, and now we're suffering and we're suffering and we're suffering. Yeah.
It's a tough situation, suffering 2 points down, but it's not that like crazy disadvantage that you're in. You feel like you need to resign immediately.
Yeah,
You still want to fight. You still want to like put in an effort here.
definitely.
Because at the end of the day, sorry, I'm like interrupting you. At the end of the day, if the bishop is able to sacrifice itself for the 2 pawns, maybe there'll be a way to draw.
That's true. Yeah, and that's exactly why he played it. And by the way, please do interrupt me, otherwise I will talk about chess way too much. Um, yes, definitely bishop takes g4 is now a threat, which we have to deal with it. If that's how he's gonna do it. I was wondering if I go for something like this. Sometimes these endgames with these two pawns is actually draw. I don't know if this is one of these endgames. Yes, it is. No, wait, is it? No, this is. I think it's still lost after King G3.
Oh yes, the table base,
Yeah,
something that I recently learned about.
yeah. Lichess has a table base as well, which is very nice. So I don't have to Google a new one. Um, yeah, no, this is a lost endgame. But there are scenarios where these two pawns are actually a draw. So I was wondering if I can go for this, but this is maybe an easier scenario. But yes, let's go to board number 11. There are a lot of boards where players are low on time, also board number 15 and 18. But let's see what's happening in this one. Where's a piece? Wait, where did the piece go? So we had where
Wait, was that recent?
yeah, so they played this opening. I actually saw this position sometime before, but they played this opening where you sacrifice a pawn with white pieces, but there's this huge threat of queen d6.
Okay.
White has an option. Sorry, black has an option to take this one, but I'm not sure if it's good here. That's why knight a6 is played, and here there are a few options. White can go for these, or even bishop f8. It's a move. Which is a very fun move to make, but okay. White decided to play bishop d6, and now we'll sacrifice another pawn, and this was the scenario that happened. Is this... Yeah, this is all good. there's a lot of theory here, but as you can see with pawns, 2 pawns down, white is winning a piece.
Yeah, I remember this line on move
Yeah.
19. Bishop takes 4.
Yeah. Definitely, we all do. Yeah, no, knight f5 and
Oh my god.
yeah, so this is where we lost a piece for 2 pawns, but somehow black is holding on. I mean, I
Yeah,
mean,
these pawns look very intimidating, to be honest with you.
exactly. For example, here I go f3, you know? Um, okay, maybe king
Hmm.
g3 works. Oh, that's why he went f3. f3,
Right, when back to himself. Hmm.
sorry, I don't know if f3 is a good move. um, yeah, so that's what I thought. Uh, how did black become better? So we won a piece, and apparently black is better. Let's see how king g2 was a mistake, obviously. Duh, why would you play king g2? Um, no, I mean, engines,
Yeah,
obviously. This is a
what?
tough
Who
position.
plays King G2? Yeah.
Yeah, especially when knight f3 is a threat. Like, who thinks
Yes.
of it? Yeah, apparently king g2 was not the way to go, and now the position is fine for black. And in case of exchange of rooks after knight c3, rook d4 was the move, and going for rook c4. And that's why f3 was played. And Dimitri has played the best move in the position, rook d3.
Oh, wow. Right, because if you take this f3, yeah.
Exactly, and this endgame is actually winning for black. That's funny. I thought all rook endgames were close to a draw, but I guess there's way too many pawns separated, way too separated to play this game.
Yeah.
So what do we
I
do?
guess
Knight g1?
not all roads lead to Rome.
I guess not, yeah. I guess not. But after knight g1, now we have to push e3, which is
Mhm.
which is a fun way to play chess because after
Oh, right, you're not actually promoting, because I was thinking e3, 92, or d2,
yeah,
but then just takes and you play knight c3, I suppose. I'm not
exactly.
sure.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a
Mm.
knight c3, and for some reason this is still a draw because I guess the king makes it to the b4 square eventually. Um, or b5 square, maybe a better square. Um,
Mm.
so after knight e2, the engine is
What's the one?
saying that white has no continuation if I just start pushing my pawns, which is funny.
Oh, it's like a Zug swung?
Sorry, like?
Like a Zug swung, maybe.
Yeah, almost like this. E3 is on the board, so and knight e2 as well. Um,
Oof. Oh, right, because you get a5, black plays b4, and now rook d2 works.
exactly. And I can never really go for something like king f1 because of rook d1 forces just the same position, except now I have it before. Um,
Yeah.
and whenever you try to run, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter just because of the same reason before or rook d2. Wow, that's a
That's
tough
beautiful.
endgame.
That is really tough. I
A5 on the
still,
board.
yeah, I still don't know who I would play with here. I mean, black does seem to be winning, but I still think it's like difficult because white is still up this piece, and black has to be accurate.
Yeah, definitely very tough scenario to be in, but I'm surprised that you play this opening theory, you know it, you get a piece for 2 pawns, which is usually enough to win the game, and now you're gonna lose because you're a piece up, you know? It's unusual scenario. Yeah, okay, definitely a very interesting game to put in a database. Maybe in my opening file, who knows if I will ever check it. But yeah, maybe want to check board number 18 because I see that Bernatsky, so a
Yes.
grandmaster, is struggling, but he has 45 minutes. um,
Oh, he's notorious for playing really fast, though, I think.
yeah, he does play fast, but usually it works for him, yeah.
Oh, now
But
it's like the other way. 20
somehow,
seconds left for his opponent, but they've already reached time control, right?
I'm trying to figure out uh, if Black is just deciding not to get the 30 minutes, or maybe he doesn't know he can get the 30 minutes,
Maybe.
or
Maybe
maybe
he doesn't know.
there's no extra 30 minutes.
Hmm.
Wait,
At least I have a chance to do my research now.
yeah, you can do it definitely. Uh, I closed my regulations in the meantime when I was setting up my OBS because it was a
That's
bit
okay.
easier.
I got you, boo.
Oh, thank you. Um, but I can definitely try to find it. Maybe there's no extra time after 40 moves. It might be the case actually. The wrong regulations.
Let's take a look.
Okay,
Regulations.
I see you. Okay, so the time control is 90 minutes plus 30 seconds. And draw offers are not permitted before move 30. And our broadcast is delayed by 15 minutes. Okay, that's all we know about it. So actually, they do not get extra time, Jesse. That means that all this time trouble that we are seeing, it's the ultimate time trouble.
Oh, this is it. This, like, that's, you draw the line, that is it. Yeah, and it's taken me to the regulations. At least it's in English, I believe. It's all in like a Google Drive. Shakmati.
Yeah. I can send you the regulations if you want. I found them. Oh,
Thank you. Yeah,
okay.
I have them finally, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
found
do.
them. Okay.
Yes. Like just as you said it. So you were the good luck right there. 90 minutes per game with 30-second increment starting from move one. That's it. Yeah, you're right. 100% right. That's it. You do
Uh,
not get any extra time. So I guess that's in some ways like a strategy. Like you doesn't matter how many moves you've made, like that's all you have. And even with 30-second increment, it's still going to be really tough
mm-hmm.
to try and not lose on time. Or I mean, have you lost on time with like 90 plus 30?
Yeah, I have a
You
lost
have.
to time. Yeah, I don't remember exactly when was the last time. I think it was a few years ago. Um, 2 or 3 years ago, I think, against Polish woman grandmaster Zawadzka Jolanta. Uh, I lost on time, but I was in almost lost position, so I didn't mind it that much, you know. Have you?
I have, yes.
Oh, good, good.
Recently, no, but I think the last time it happened was a couple years ago, maybe 2022 or 2021. Yeah,
Yeah, same.
not a fun time. Like you press the clock right as it hits zero, and it's just
It's
it's heartbreaking.
heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking when this happens, but it does help when you're lost already. But yeah, it's definitely a tough scenario to be in. So let's see if Leah also is in time trouble on board number 29 because I think she has only 2 minutes, and we left the game around move 15. So
Yes.
she didn't go for f5, which was the best move in the
Oh dear,
position.
what did she play?
She played rook h3, so she is listening to us
Okay.
because we like rook lifts today, you know.
Yeah, we do like our rook lifts. Probably
Uh,
looked over at the other game and was like, "Oh, what a great idea," and then just decided to play it.
yeah. Sadly, yeah, sadly. Okay, here I guess she has a plan to play rook d3. Let's see how this game continued. b4 finally, and after knight b1, black went e5. Very interesting, allowing f5 to happen easily. But
Let me close the center.
Yeah, very, very, very. Would you play a 5? Yeah, you have to, right? Because your rook is hanging.
Probably
Yeah.
just because of that I saw before you mentioned it.
Yeah, totally. I actually didn't notice it, but now obviously we have to go for it. And after rook c8, c3. Oh, d5. Well, this is turning tables. Uh, Going for f6. You know what? Here I need an engine. I'm sorry. I need some help here
I'm
understanding
also a
these
little bit
moves.
confused because Black's king is in the center. Why would Black want to open up the center?
Yeah.
And
Well, in
on the
this
other
case
hand,
scenario, king is on c1, which is very important because if the king is on b1 and this knight is, let's say, somewhere, I don't know, on d3, this is completely different game we're talking about. But king is on c1, and we are trying to put all the pieces there. So it does make sense to activate everything.
true.
This didn't work, yeah, because this, you know, too many squares are weak in front of the king. So let's see what happened. f6. So she is actually,
Giving the rook.
yeah, well, she didn't want to take it. He didn't want to take it because sorry, he would not actually get anything because his rook is also hanging. So after he would move the bishop, he would we would take this somehow.
Maybe there's a check. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, I'm just like, it's not exactly the best line. We would need some calculation, but just talking generally. But bishop f8. Would you be afraid of this check?
Yes. Yes. I've fallen into this sort of skewer where my queen and king were on the same diagonal after long castling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a whole lot. And this also feeds into the question from chat. I mean, how about your opponent losing on time? Any particular game you remember?
You know, actually, that's a fair point. Somehow my opponents never lose on time. It's I think maybe the game I remember was maybe 15 years ago. And then
Wow.
after that, I don't think anybody has lost on time against me, which is very sad. How about you?
Yeah, it's happened many, many times. But I mean, it also speaks volumes about the kind of tournaments you play, right? I mean, all your opponents being super strong, that they are not used to losing on time and don't lose on time just because they're good at managing it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it happens to me more often than you may think. Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. It's really rare that I see it. It does happen, but for example, I think, yeah, I just, like I said, I was in France and there was a game between Badur Jabava and Pavel Eliano on board number one. Two great players, two great grandmasters, 27 plus players, or they were at least. And Jabava lost some time.
Jabava lost on time?
Yeah, it,
Wow.
it was because he's never in time trouble, and it's crazy that he lost on time, but he was so invested in the position, and he's not used to managing his 30 seconds, because he's never on 30 seconds. So I guess he doesn't have this intuition when to play, but he was again already lost in that type of position,
Oh, he
so
was already lost. Okay. It's
it
a little
didn't
bit
matter.
different when it's like a draw slash win.
Yeah,
And
completely different, completely different. Yeah, but it happens. It does happen, but really don't see it very often on the top level. So when I saw that Jabala lost on time, I was like, wow, okay, it's not only me. um, but yeah, if I talk about this particular position, Leah is on 50 seconds for the rest of the game, and look at these pawns. Look at this queen and rook. Look at this potential bishop coming out. That's why queen went to h5. How do we win this? Okay, I guess Maxime is going to tell us.
yeah, a minute left. I mean, you have to sort of play really quickly to try and gain some momentum on the clock. But Maxime is also, not doesn't have that much time left. 12 minutes is more than 1 minute, but still, you have to pace yourself quite well. And now again, the ball is in Black's court. And if Black wants to attack, I think it's going to be, yeah. I was thinking about either
Mm-hmm.
a4 or knight a4,
Oh,
but
yeah.
now a4 is on the board.
Well,
Hmm.
yeah, this is very tough situation. do you go to d2 or to a1? Let's say go to d2. I think it's on the board, yeah. Knight went to d2. Leah is trying to catch up on some time. Is it time to take on b2 now? I think it's time.
Oh, you really like these sacrifices in front of the king, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, thank you, because yeah, I do enjoy them. But the question is, I don't know, is this enough?
You take?
Should be enough, right?
Okay, okay. And then you play something like a3 or knight n, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I
Or you
guess
take the knight. Yeah, take the.
I
Of
I'm
course,
thinking,
if
I
then you
think first I should take it or play c2, but let's say I take it. Yeah, and here I'm not sure. Is it enough? Is my maybe king is safe? You know, that's what I'm scared of. That's my biggest
Mm,
fear. I like a3 though. I like it.
very true.
Guess when queen c2 is
Maybe you're
coming.
right. Yeah.
But somehow again, like, I'm a bit of afraid that white is handling my crazy stuff.
Hmm.
But somehow when this opportunity is offered, you take it, yeah? Let's see what the engine will say.
I
Oh,
also want to know
yeah.
if knight takes b2 is an option, I'll absolutely lose it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is!
it is an option. It is an option. And
Wow.
let's see
You can
the line. Yeah, we're so strong, but
You're the strongest. Wow. Okay, and now what is the best move? C2?
well,
Oh, okay, C2.
c2. Well, I could also take on d2, but apparently c2 is stronger because for some reason
I
it's
forgot that the rook was on H3.
yeah, yeah. But actually this is a very strong rook because it stops this check, you know.
Hmm.
And apparently here black can just play knight d7. Simple. Attacking this one. I guess the bishop
Yeah.
a3 can come. And this is, yeah, this is almost game over. So I think knight b2
I
will
mean, you
happen.
can't come from the fast lane and suddenly just park. It doesn't work like that. And that's what it seems like the position demands. It's like attack, attack, sacrifice, and then no wait, knight d7.
Yeah,
You
then
know.
just 97, yeah. No, but somehow, yeah, when you manage to open the king already and your opponent's king is on a1, I think when you see it, you go for it. There's just, you know, you just have to go for it. Open the king up.
Yeah, life is too short to not sacrifice your knight. I agree.
Yeah,
Could
definitely.
we?
Which game did you
Sorry.
want to check?
Yeah, could we note any other results that have come through on the top, maybe 10 to 15 boards, if any?
Um,
Otherwise, we can take a look at, yeah, just a game that's really lost a lot of time on the clock, perhaps. What about if we go back to board number one for a second?
let's go because it is our main
Yeah.
board. It is an end game, sadly, so not a lot of drama, but I think it's important that we also see what happened here. Sorry, I think we've seen the position after around bishop f2 c5. Yeah, around after b4 here. Knight h5. So white was forced to play g3 to stop knight f4. And yeah, Bassen is really, really trying to turn this endgame into something more. Oh, did you see this pawn sacrifice? Was this
Hmm.
necessary?
Very, very nice pawn sacrifice.
Well, because
And
yeah,
interact.
we get it back. Okay, that's fun. King h2 saves the day. Otherwise, going for g2 would lose probably. Knight f4 is the easy way to lose the game after taking on d3. So king
And
h.
even protecting before. Beautiful.
Yeah, also, yeah, very, very nice to point out. So d4 is on the board. Okay, you see,
He
it's
seems very content with the draw. I think he's trying to trade into this like impossible to win situation, right?
yeah, definitely. I think Young would be very happy to draw on the first board against the experienced 27 plus grandmaster. He- After taking though, um, he cannot really take back, right? Because I would lose this pawn. So after taking, he has to have a different idea to approach this. But this rook is so active, right?
It is. So you
So
can even just give the pawn, leave it for a second, and come back to it.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. This
mm.
is, I think you're right with your prediction that this game will end in a draw. And a 14-year-old just became an international master, and he would hold against a top experienced grandmaster. That's impressive.
Out of nowhere, it's like plucking a carrot from the. No, that's a really bad comparison. I was going to say taking a carrot from the ground. It is fresh. It is ready. It is. Yeah, no, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna come up with a different compare. I need more coffee. This
Yeah,
is the
we need more
problem.
coffee, definitely. Um, there's actually a lot of games have been finished. Naranjan, as we predicted, has won his game against Borgaonkar. Yeah, we've seen this game. The strength. I don't know where we left it. Oh yeah, here. Oh my god, this game has developed so much since we left it.
Ooh,
So Bishop.
true. So bishop d3. This was your first suggestion too. So GG.
I wanted to start with this, but I guess I guess
Ah,
that's fine. Um, because yeah, okay, here there were some exchanges. Oh no, actually we just won
you have a pawn.
this pawn okay, so we just won a pawn. Another one. Perfect. So we're 2 pawns up. Plus
Another
we're
one bites.
activating this one.
Mhm.
And yeah, this is just bishop pair dominance. See, this is what I talk about when I say I like my bishop pair, you know?
Yeah.
Just he didn't even take the knight, you know? Why would he give up his bishop pair?
Yeah, there was really no need in the bishop. The knight wasn't going anywhere. Like there was really no escape for it,
This is
unfortunately.
very nice. Yeah, look at this terrible knight. Yeah, and he tried to give it up, but the bishops just oof checkmating on h1.
Oh,
Very nice.
nice. Very, very nice. Yeah.
Very, very nice. And also we have some results. Board number 18, Bernatsky Vitali has actually lost. Um,
Okay.
this was the position, sorry. So Bernatsky actually lost against Amilal. Amilal also played here in the last Kazakhstan Open. Um,
Mm.
so an experienced player in Kazakhstan, definitely. Uh, yeah, so Bernatsky, maybe the first upset of the day.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. And also sad for us girls, Nurman Alua, who is like one of the top female players in Kazakhstan, has lost the first game. But okay, she played a strong Kazakhstani player. Yeah, definitely. Which game should we check to? Okay, let's see this one. Leah has actually knight b2 happened, and after king b2, we have this on the board. Okay, so Leah is definitely in trouble, but Amina has drawn the game. Interesting. So they did agree on a draw. If
There are
you're
so many untitled strong players. That is insane. Well, actually, one of two. One is playing on board one,
yeah
as we've established just freshly became an international master. And the player that Aloha played against,
yeah
2474 rating, Azamat, and does not have a title at all. Wow.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, again, like maybe he's just waiting for a GM title directly and doesn't want to accept IM title, or maybe he doesn't have the norms. Maybe it's just too hard for him to get the norms. You
That's
know,
true. Doesn't
it's
want FM. FM is below him.
yeah. Some people don't want to have an FM title and just directly want to go for a higher title. Also, some girls don't want to accept WIM or WGM because they just want to have the FM title instead or IM title, which is, personal preference.
Yeah,
Definitely
makes
up
sense.
to their choices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want
definitely.
to identify as the highest title possible.
Yeah. If you know you're capable of it, I guess that's fine. I took all my titles when I could get them because you never know where when they can slip away. but
Exactly. I
but
agree
yeah,
with you there.
definitely a choice. And what is happening board number 9?
I wanted to ask the same thing. What happened there? 'Cause the
Uh,
clock just stopped, unfortunately.
mm-hmm. We cannot see if anything happened. Maybe there was a resignation actually, because after this move, bishop is attacked, and knight takes g6 will be played, followed by checkmate.
Hmm.
How did it come to this? We actually never checked this game, so we can not exactly see, but
Wow.
very nice
And what
attack.
a big result. What a big result as well. What it would be for the white pieces there, because Ayush Sharma is a 24-32 player, international master from India, playing against Setu Raman, who is 25-16-9. So very nice result there for white, if white managed to pull off a win.
Definitely very, very nice result. Okay, let's stick to the top 5 boards if you're up to it. Or if you guys see something, or Jesse, if you see something, please alert me. Um,
I'll definitely let you know, going through
mhm.
the games as we speak and looking at if there's anything that we've missed right now. And so far, I haven't really spotted anything worth noting other than maybe board six that we can go and take a look at,
Let's go.
between Brandon Jacobson from the US Grandmaster playing against Ethan Vaz, or Vaz Ethan from India. And Brandon has 13 minutes versus Ethan's 59 seconds
Hmm.
right now, but we can see quite a discrepancy in the material on the board. That
Yeah.
being actually, what are we seeing right now?
Yeah, I think this is an offer
Is it
from
four?
black to just take the 2 knights for a rook, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is black is offering this trade, and he's saying basically, you know what, my rooks are gonna be very active here, and I will play g4, and that's gonna be enough. Um,
That is going to be
hmm.
probably what's going to happen. I mean, the knights can also sit on c3 and c5 and try to attack on e4, but maybe it's not enough, right? So
Hmm.
black is just maybe we'll get that compensation. I don't know what the evaluation is of this position though. Let's check.
Let's check the valuation. Yeah, white is apparently much better, +2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are a few options. Yeah, white could decide to go for this exchange and then play knight c5, and after bishop d5, just rook g1. Simple. And then 8-6 is a move to go for. Uh, and there are too many weaknesses, too many pawns hanging around the king after king g6, rook f1, for example, or h4. Um, yeah, and there's some sirens around my house as well.
Call
Yeah,
an ambulance, but
things
not for
happening.
me.
Yeah, definitely not for Brandon here. Yeah, he decided to go for this one. I wanted to say that there's definitely an option to take and take here. This is also almost +2, or just going knight c5 immediately is as good as well. But he decided to go for an easy route, took on h5, and after bishop b3 went knight c5. Definitely, definitely very uncomfortable for Ethan now to hold this game. I think that Brandon will actually win this. There are just too many pawns that are weak in the black pieces.
It could actually fall apart.
Yep,
I know the
that
cops are
was.
coming for Laura. Yeah, we have to protect her at all costs,
You know what they're
even
coming?
after committing sacrificial crimes. Sorry, say that again?
Yeah, for the sacrificial crimes. Yeah, for after cops realized I calculated knight b2, in Leah's game. So they're like,
Knight b2, knight g7 is just it's all over the place.
Also, oh my god, I just saw a tactic. Wait, it's in on board number 10. No, wait, sorry, not board number 10. Just let me double check which board it was. Um,
No problem.
board number 9. Okay, board number 9.
Board number nine.
Yeah, look at
Oh,
this. Look at
oh,
this.
so it updated.
Yeah, so we have the update. Let's see how what happened. So After knight
Oh,
f4, he tried his best, but by losing a piece, well, there were some exchanges, or actually the piece is just lost, and look at this checkmate, knight g5.
it's beautiful.
Ah, to finish, to
Wow.
beat Grandmaster this way in the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
That's a flex. That's a flex and a half, to be honest. Yeah.
that's
I mean, he must be on cloud nine at the moment. Knight to g5 check.
that's a beautiful.
Threatening checkmate simply with h takes and queen h3.
Yeah,
It's very, very beautiful.
absolutely, absolutely. So definitely a very nice result for Sharma. Okay, we can jump to board number 10. We're already here. And see how many weaknesses black has here.
Mm.
Definitely some bad white squares around the king, but is it enough to win the game? I'm not sure. Probably should be.
Aditya Mittal. I wonder how many grandmasters India has. Because I know
88.
that they have a number 88. Okay, it's amazing that you just like knew that off the
You know
bat as
why?
well.
Because Divya is the latest Indian grandmaster, and everywhere it was everywhere around the media that she's 88 India's grandmaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why.
that
Sure,
makes sense.
I'm not a stalker, I swear. Come on.
I mean, even if you were, I'd be very impressed. These are like the chess facts that are like beautiful to know, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's a
great.
nice
Well
number,
done.
also
So
88
good.
for Divya, but
Yeah,
yes, definitely was very
round figure.
impressive.
Maybe that'll become her new favorite number, 88. We'll see Divya 88 as like a football shirt or something like that.
Yeah, Snow Leopardo saying 87, but yeah, Divya is 88. Yeah, okay, Snow Leopardo, very good. Thank you for
Um,
confirming. Okay, board number 11 is almost over, so that was the game. We left it around e3, around here, yeah. And after rook d2, white had to go to defend from this side, but that's just not enough. That's just not enough to... Oh, he didn't even take the a2 pawn. I would just go for this one, to be honest. But he just went for the c5 pawn, and we have like 5 pawns for a knight
yeah,
here, which
it's a lot.
is...
It's a little bit maybe too much because maybe, I mean, how,
Yeah, it's overwhelming. It's...
but it's still winning. What is the valuation here?
let's check it. Yeah, the valuation. Yeah, this is definitely still winning after rook a1. Do you think we could go rook c3? We could probably go rook c3, or we can be more active. Rook d5 maybe.
Yeah, just cover, you know, attack the knight, get the knight off the square, play e2, and then rook d1.
Ah, okay. So this is the way to go. Yeah. After knight c2, you just want to play e2. Yeah. And if I decide to take it, just rook d1. Oh no, this is now a draw.
Oh dear, what
Because
happens?
I don't know. It
Oh,
just
you give it back. Wait, what?
apparently rook a1 will hold. Wow.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a bit confusing. Yeah, okay, so I guess no need for complications. That's why rook
maybe.
c4 was played here. Could I have went for rook c3? Ah, rook c3 would also... Yeah, okay, king g5. Yeah, okay, makes sense. I'm already... Without my coffee, I'm also starting to hallucinate.
Yeah, perhaps we should take a quick coffee run and then come back for the final moments.
Yeah, let's do very, very quick break, get a refill, and then everybody's gonna be in time travel anyway.
Yeah, it'll be
So,
great.
yeah,
I'll
see...
take a quick bathroom break. Okay.
Okay, see you soon. and welcome back everybody to round number 1 of ALMATY Open. It was probably our last break, Jesse. Some things have happened.
Oh, right. So we see that Brandon Jacobson won his game eventually there against Ethan Vaz. Are there any other results in the top 10 that we have missed out on?
I think in top 10, we've seen Ayush beat a grandmaster, but
Oh,
I don't think
yes,
anything
correct.
yet. In top 10, I think we covered everything perfectly. Can we
Yeah,
show?
there's a
Yeah.
request from chat to show the game of Ramazan,
Okay.
which is board 8, I believe.
Board number 8. Oh, correct. Yes. Yeah, let's definitely check what's happening in top 10 boards. This one looks like there's some pawns missing for Sergey.
Oh dear, just a couple.
Yeah, just a couple. Yeah, so let's see how Black would want to try to win this. Now, this is a threat. Um, Wait, can we deal with it somehow? Uh, Probably exchanging the rooks would not be recommended in this type of scenario. I would assume that. uh,
Right? Could you just push the pawn? Because, I mean, white is attacking f6. You could
correct.
play something like c5,
Yeah.
and then if the rook took, you can just take back.
Sorry. Let me click the rec button, and maybe now we can be in sync. Yeah, c5. C5 looks actually very good. Can I go for something like, I don't know, knight d3?
Mm-hmm.
I still want to take the pawn, obviously.
Yeah. So maybe with this move, I was.
c5 is on the board, by the way.
Oh my gosh, let's go. Oh, I think we have a couple. Oh, 93 was the move maybe he made, and King f8 was played.
Yeah, king f8. Okay, so maybe this is apparently a better way to continue. Just get out of all the checks. Yeah,
Right.
the issue was, yeah, in case Black would take it, not only knight f6, but I think even knight c7 would be a very annoying.
True.
Would be annoying. Maybe it's not lost. Maybe it's not completely lost because maybe we have something like this. Or not, who knows, but still, it could be annoying. So king f8, a healthy move, a very healthy move to be played. And 6 seconds, too, for Sergey. Sergey needs to make a move or lose on
Indeed,
time.
that is tough. I mean, what was the last couple of moves that were made? Could we refresh? Let me check actually, because it looked like he lost on time. Of course, it's because of the delay of the clocks, but
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that he makes the move in time. But quite a bit to calculate with just seconds, right?
Yeah, definitely. But also maybe it's his moment to resign. Maybe he just doesn't have a response. Maybe he's gonna try this, but honestly, like, I really want to go 93, yeah? And I don't see how you hold on.
It's true. You have three. Yeah, what do you do here even? Because now this pawn is falling, definitely.
Yeah.
93 is on the board.
Okay, just checking everything. Oh, it's on the board. Yay. Okay, so we are definitely strong after our coffee break. I got my my second cappuccino, and I think it's already half gone. So I don't know what happened.
Claim the victory. I'm wondering if the idea is something like just a last resort, trying one more thing with like 97, trying something, right? I mean, it's
Okay.
even though it's over, you're still gonna put some effort.
Yeah, let's try it. I will take on c5. You will go knight g6, and let's say, can I go to
Yeah.
e8? Yeah. That looks like a cup of milk. Yeah, that's totally
Slovenian
yeah,
cow.
totally where I got it from.
Alrighty.
um, yeah, it definitely is
So they know
soothing
you
though.
too well.
Yeah, that's I just went to milk a cow on a break actually and just added a bit of color. Uh, yeah, there's an espresso shot in there, yeah, but a small one. I agree. I agree, but hopefully big enough to keep me going for this game because King F3 was on the board, 97 didn't work out, and F5, yeah. So he didn't even want to take on C5. He just wanted to start with F5 to not allow the king to come in through G4, which is understandable. But after knight E7, is it time to take Rook C5?
Yeah, I
It.
think then you're able to take on c5 and not worry about the king entering
Mm-hmm.
any of the important squares. Yeah, I think this is pretty much done. But can we go quickly and take a look at board one? Just
Yes.
because I, even if the evaluation is showing us equal, I'm still seeing that white's put a tremendous amount of pressure here on the position. But yeah, Bassem is still a pawn up
Well,
in this endgame, though. What happened?
yeah, he remained a pawn up. Sorry, we just have to quickly check after d4. Let's see what happened. How did he get this pawn? So Bassem maneuvered his knight and then played rook g4. And somehow he managed to win a pawn because white's pawn structure was a bit weakened on the white squares. Is it gonna be enough to win the game? So yeah, bishop f4 is on the board. Sorry, just wanted to see exactly how this came through, but can I just go king b6 here?
King b6 is there.
Oh, king b7.
Oh, king b7.
Uh,
Very nice prediction, though.
yeah, the thing is you
Yeah.
cannot take the pawn on d6 because of rook h6, yeah, and rook f6 then loses the piece, and that's of course not enough to hold the game. Um, I wanted to go to b6 so I could make my way all the way to c5, maybe d4, but I guess
But
that's it.
now this becomes a little bit more difficult because can't white play rook f6 here?
Oh, oh, rook f6 actually, that's a very nice move. That's actually a very good point. You're making
Probably king c7. I don't know.
yeah, probably. Sorry, this is on the board. Yeah, probably king c7 would be good enough. Yeah, I guess this was the whole plan of the position, so that's why bishop g5 is on the board. I think. Okay, I cannot push b4, which is important. Oh, well,
Oh, man,
I'm.
perfect timing. Yeah, because I thought that rook f4 was working.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Why can I not go rook f4? um,
Yeah, what's
uh,
wrong with this man?
Okay, rook c7. Okay, he gave us an answer himself.
I'm glad that he answered us directly. I
Because I
think
was
they're
like,
listening in on the commentary.
yeah, yeah, but somehow b4 felt a bit premature with the king on b7. Because, for example, if the king was not on b7, let's say it was, I don't know, on a6, I'm very curious if I can go for something like this, because then I would have rook b7 at the end. Of course, I'm imagining stuff, but that looked very fun to have. Um, just wanted to put it on the board. But rook c7 and yeah, bishop e7. That was my question. Is b3 now enough, or is it not?
Yeah, they're playing on mere seconds right now. I mean, when they're pressing the clock, it's obvious that they had like 2 to 5 seconds left on the clock. So I can only imagine what the camera must be showing at this very moment. And I'm sad that we don't have
Yeah.
access to these cameras. Imagine the pieces flying, all the players like tapping their foot up and down or just like stressing because you don't really have a lot of time left.
That's the drama of chess. But definitely, if Bassem wants to win this game, he will have to calculate very, very deeply. I think this is bishop e7 is a very nice way to draw. b3 and after
Yeah,
takes. Can I go
three.
b2 though?
yeah, this is what I was thinking. Like, you go b2, rook f1, and maybe then you can just take the bishop.
You know,
Because how else?
I yeah, rook f1. I think
You
here.
take the bishop and
No, I think here we have
oh,
knight d2, right?
okay. Because I wanted to take the bishop and play rook c1, but maybe this works as
Oh,
well.
also, yeah, I think here I just take the rook.
Oh, wait, why?
Well, if you cannot win my rook, this is an easy draw. If you cannot
Don't
win.
challenge me like that, girl.
Oh, it's on the board. Bishop takes c7 is on the board.
What a challenge, though.
It's okay, so I guess they are challenging me. um,
Challenging us. Yeah, you have to queen. There's no other way here. It's like you
uh,
have to queen. I mean, what happened? Yeah, you can't even take the bishop, to be honest, because there's just rook takes knight. So you have to
exactly.
queen, and this will be the position in a couple seconds.
Exactly. And if I cannot win this rook, I think, you know what? I think even white could be playing this for a win, but okay, I'm
No,
stretching it a bit. I'm
I
stretching.
refuse to believe it.
Yeah, but well, for example, I'm just gonna make some moves just to show you. For
Yeah.
example, if white stabilizes like that, I push my pawn, play rook c7. You know, I'm not sure about your safety. Uh,
Hmm, okay.
of course, I just made some random moves. This will not happen. Queen g6 is on the board, and I think Bassem will either offer a draw or he's gonna find a repetition.
It's really, really tough to
I think he,
imagine at this stage. Mhm.
yeah, no, definitely. But this is a very nice game by Jiang with white pieces because it. I think he was holding on very, very bravely with a pawn down and all game being. I think he was always slightly worse, not engine wise, but human wise. Slightly worse holding on, but it was all a draw. So after this, I will assume Queen g6 will happen and the game will be a draw. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think that this could end in a draw very quickly. And if someone is going to offer this draw, it might in fact be Basim. Because, yeah, maybe, I mean, worst case scenario, Basim can also just go ahead and give up the queen for the bishop and rook. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He went for Queen g2, but yeah, I really don't think that this game will continue for much longer. So if you're up for it, even though they're low on time, we can move on to board number 2,
Let's do it. Yeah.
just to see this end game. um,
Sorry for the water bottle noises. Yeah, it's attacking me. All right, so we go to board number 2 now.
yeah,
Let's switch. Great.
um, yeah, board.
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah. What do you have to say about it?
I accidentally had the engine on and did not understand the evaluation, so had a little bit of a think, and I'm struggling to see how black is not winning this because 2 pawns is a lot of pawns in an endgame like this, right?
Yep, I agree with
Is it
you.
just like pure calculation that maybe it just ends up being a draw because king e3 and maybe black. I mean, black comes back.
Where do you want to come to though? Like, do you want to go? I don't know. I don't see your moves. Do you have the rec on? The sync?
Oh, do I have? Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at your screen as well.
Ah,
So I'm
sorry.
switching between a board and the
Sorry,
screen
sorry.
so I can
Yeah.
see you. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, king f5. Yeah, I think white will um, claim that I'm taking the d5 pawn and then I'm going here or not. Wait, how do you actually draw this with white? That's actually a very good question.
Maybe with pure accuracy, because once the king gets to c6, I'm hoping that black's knight would be able to make it to a square like c4, right? I mean, you're
Yeah,
defending it
but
from the
can
front
you
there.
can you make it to c4? Maybe yes, maybe you can,
Take
yeah.
two, king c6, and maybe there's like a repetition or something because you play knight c4 and then king d5.
Ah, king
Yeah.
d5. And king d5. And
Oh
yeah.
no, but now knight e5 just
Sorry.
stops the king.
Which one?
Knight e5 now?
Ah. Mm, but after knight c3, how are you continuing though?
That is a great question, and I haven't quite prepared myself for this.
Yeah, so that was not on the board. Knight c7 was played instead of king d4.
Hmm. Oh, posing a very similar question of how are you going to defend e5? But now knight c3, I'm thinking about.
And then you have maybe your repetition with king d4 or king d3 maybe.
I see, I see, I see.
Oh no, sorry, I have to be a bit careful about it actually. But
Now the knight's
king
on
d4.
c7. Yeah, and now I'm imagining ways in which this a pawn is quite more free to move
True.
around.
True, correct. But in case, how do you want to move it? Knight e2 and go a4?
I haven't thought about it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try it out. Because after knight b5, I don't see a way for you to protect the b6, and as long as you cannot protect the b6, then it's a draw.
Hmm. Is there a way to, okay, I'm being crazy, but like sacrificing the knight is a little bit insane, right?
Uh,
What if you play like,
no, it's not, but it's not. Sorry, what was the. Okay. It's not insane, but as long as you can manage to push your pawn far enough, yeah?
sure, coming back to,
Do you want to go to the
I
live
don't know if
position?
it's moving the pieces for you too. Oh,
Sorry, yeah. After knight c7, d4 was played, forcing takes.
mm.
Okay, now we're going here, yeah? But
Oh, wait, knight c7 apparently was a huge blunder.
wow, okay. Wait, so are you saying that
Trying to figure out
we were
why.
right and they were wrong? King
Wait, let's
d4
see.
did draw the game. This was a draw, so
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a huge blunder. I'm lying. I was looking at a different line. My
okay,
apologies.
okay.
I created the problem. I was the problem.
But king c4 was a huge blunder though.
Oh?
Yeah,
Why?
because apparently, wait, king e5 is the way
Oh, you're
to
going after
win.
the knight. Right, that's true.
Oh my
Because after
god.
king to b5, you're playing king d6 probably.
But can I just play knight e8?
Maybe. No, you can't because you just chase the knight.
How?
Knight goes back to c7 because there's no way you can win a pawn there. So king d7 maybe? I don't know.
But then I go to d5. I'm confused.
And knight c.
I'm
Oh
confused.
no! Now king d6. And you keep chasing. It's the
Oh my
chase.
god, that's how
It's
you
the one.
Oh my god, you chased me forever. Oh wow. But he didn't go for the chasing. He went king e3, which is now again a draw.
Mm,
So if he went king e5, in after king b5, not king d6, but knight c3 is winning.
okay. What? Oh, so if king c4 now you chase the knight?
Now I chase the knight. Yes.
Mm, okay, I understand.
Oh my god, that's actually
That's
very tough.
Dabrowski. Yeah, Dabrowski is kind of turning in his grave at this point, but
Uh,
well,
I
try
don't.
to make it.
Yeah, it's hard when you're playing on seconds. It's hard to calculate these things. So king e3, and the issue is now that well, what's the issue after king b5, knight c3? I cannot chase the knight. Okay, but he went king b3, and they're going for this this one. Chase the knight to see if king or horsey runs out of gas first. Yep.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's a good one. And by the way, Amin Bassem and Yang on the first board have drawn their game in the meantime, and
Okay.
Matlako Maxim and Sugar also drew their game some time ago.
Sugar, sugar.
We'll definitely come back to sugar, but this endgame, this endgame is very interesting on board number 2.
Yeah, and only 2 games remain in the top 10, and that is Alexei versus Samruk and Aram versus Jagadish. Jagadish is the coolest name ever, honestly. I'm gonna
Yeah,
write a song called Jagadish and be like, Jagadish.
Jagdish. Okay, definitely nice way to pick a baby names. So chess tournament.
We're too young.
Yeah, but never too late to pick baby names, or never too early to pick baby names, apparently. But chess tournament, that's a first one, first one. I heard that to check out names for that. Yeah, definitely. A lot of, like you said, a lot of nationalities playing here, so we will definitely hear very original names. But after King D2, it seems like Aram Hakobian has lost some time. Of course, that's not true because there's just delay of broadcast.
And even the rain is picking up right now, which means I think we're going to see some flames and sparks and all the cool things. Shall we go to board number 4 real
Yeah,
quick, just to see what's happening
let's go.
between Grebnev and Iranian?
Whoa. There's a lot of pieces here, but if we count the pawns, white is 2 healthy pawns up, and actually we just saw a resignation by Samruk. Naranyan
Yeah.
Samruk has resigned after b5, which is fair enough, there's just no way to hold this with black pieces. And also board number, which board have, no, these were the only 2 boards left on top 10. We can check board number 12 very quickly,
Sure.
because we actually see an endgame, rook and pawn versus queen, and it seems like this queen is very stuck here. So this is definitely a draw. There's no way, well, there's just no way to play this with any pieces here. As you can see, white is trying, but honestly, I think after some checks, maybe putting the king here, there's just okay, this will definitely be a draw.
Yeah, very, very nice fortress there.
And we also have a draw on board number 2. Let's see what happens. So after king c4, king d2, king b5, a4 was pushed.
Nice try, though. It's a very good try.
It is a very good try. Definitely, you should. Well, you're 2 pawns up, so you should try something. And king b4, king c2, and after knight d5, apparently you cannot protect everything on the board. Not the pawn on b6. b5 maybe was an option to go for, but after taking the knight and going knight b4, this is also a draw. So after king b2, he just offered draw himself.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Wow, I wonder if he's gonna look at this game a little bit later on, and he's gonna be kicking himself, realizing there was a bit of a win. I mean, 2 pawns, it's a lot of pawns. It's like one more than 1 pawn.
yeah, I definitely he's gonna be surprised that king e5 was winning here, but he didn't have time to figure it out. Yeah. So cannot blame himself. He might be upset because it was a very good opportunity to beat second seed already in the first round, but yeah, definitely definitely a very interesting game. Okay, let's then check quickly last 2 boards. Board 25 is still going on.
Yes, we can check it out, and especially now that the top 10 have concluded their games, we might also think about slowly concluding the stream as well. How many games are left, by the way? I think it's 2
Only 3, so
games.
board 25, 31, and 12, but 12 will end in a draw. Well, it's just ending in a draw as I speak. um,
Oh, wow. Yeah,
yeah,
catching it in the act. There we go.
here we go. This is actually just the end of the game. So of course, after king takes d3, this was a draw, which only leaves us on with board 25 and 31. Let's see, board 25 will also be finished soon, because come on, these two pawns with the rooks on the board, that's enough.
Yeah, and they're quite far advanced, not a lot left to speak about here. But I can see, especially in situations where even if you're one down or 2 pawns down, the clawback, I mean, anything can happen. You shouldn't be, directly just giving up.
Hmm.
I've always had this mantra, and I took it from one of my teammates at the Olympiad:
Hmm.
do not resign unless your opponent has completely convinced you that they
Oh,
are winning and will win with the
really?
advantage that they have. So, yeah, this is something that you can definitely live by. Pride aside, just keep on fighting. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Sometimes when I'm lost, I know I'm lost, but I just play on for the plot, not to disrespect my opponent. I resign in
Yeah,
respectful time, but just like want to see how are you going to beat me. Yeah, I want to I want to see how you're going to do it.
exactly. Precisely. It's all
Yeah.
about conversion. Like, come on, show me that you can actually convert this position.
Exactly.
Uh,
And then when you see that they're doing it quite easily, then you're just like, okay, now it's time to go home. And
mhm.
I think b5 is a very convincing way because we're threatening checkmate in 2. After rook d7 and rook b7 would be a checkmate. Very nice checkmate as well.
It's very, very good. Yeah, I think we'll see a result very, very shortly here on this board. And there we go. The result is in.
Very nice. Definitely a resignation moment here. So last board is actually board 31.
Yes.
Let's see what is this endgame. So we have a girl actually. So Ayalum, uh, cool checkmate indeed. Yeah, is playing with white pieces, and it seems like she's gonna hold a draw.
It would be a really, really good draw for her as well, I think. I was looking at this pairing a little bit earlier.
Hmm.
I'm trying to find her name again. Right, yes, because she's Women International Master rating with 2220, 2200, and her opponent is an International Master with 2466. So amazing draw if she will be able to hold it. Um, but once again, players are very low on time, so I hope that it will end in her favor.
Well, I mean, it's our last game, so we can actually try to check out if black has absolutely any options to hold on. Um, okay, so king g5. I think if okay, I think I can just go rook e6 and offer a draw now.
How many? Oh, this position hasn't repeated, right?
No, I don't
So
think.
it's
Yeah, I don't think so. But I think after rook e6, you either have to go back or go rook b5, and you don't want to go rook b5 because that lets my king in.
exactly.
So if you go king f4, I'm gonna give you a check. So that wouldn't be a good way to continue. Well, or a useful way. And after this, I just repeat the position. I think. Um,
True, that's one way. And if black doesn't do anything about it, I mean, if black chooses a different course, white has a very good plan there to try and take on h7. Because h6 is really creeping towards the end square there on h8, and
yeah,
I think
for
that black's going to try and avoid that. Mm.
Yeah, I was trying to see, for example, exactly like you're saying. For example, if black is trying to be ambitious, play king g3 here, rook f7 would probably, oopsie, rook f7 would probably just be lights out for black actually. So she would win the game, but of course after king e3, after king g5, she played rook e6, and after rook b5, king e3, king goes back, rook stays here, we will see a check, king will go back, and after probably king g5, we will see a draw. White, okay, so I don't think anybody of these players has any options to play for anything. I'm trying to see if I can maybe with black pieces go rook b1 here. Maybe.
Plan is to go after the h pawn.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, you know.
Okay.
Okay, so king e3 is, sorry, she played rook b4. I think the plan is the same. Maybe rook h4 now.
Okay.
Maybe rook h4 now. And then I would go king g5, you know.
Right.
Not,
So
yeah.
probably trying to play like rook b6, rook c6, rook d6 until black commits.
Yeah, for example, yeah, rook b6, yeah, and after king g5, I guess you can just go rook e6, and that's, again, a draw. So I don't see any way for either white or for black pieces to continue this game. Do you see, except if you have very imaginative memory, so if you see, have any idea, go ahead.
Yeah, I think just because thinking of ways in which one or the other could win, probably just on time, right?
Yeah,
Someone
definitely.
has to run to the restroom and really struggle to come back in time. Oh, that's exactly what happened, right? You
So,
got to live position.
wow, actually, yeah, this is
Nice.
exactly the live position. So, rook b6, but he decided to go rook h3, and after king f2, some checks. Now, white has a decision to either go here or here. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, actually. Yeah, whatever prefers, I prefer, or you prefer. But definitely will be a good result for white pieces.
Yeah, for sure. We'll
Um,
see a result really soon.
yeah,
And lots of draws on the top boards. It just comes to show how strong the Masters section is. I mean, you have to be at least 2,400 in order to play in the Masters section. And already in round one, we're seeing draws. In a regular open, even with an accelerated pairings, you'll find that most, if not all, of the results in the first couple of rounds would be decisive. So, yeah, strong, strong, strong tournament.
absolutely. And as you were speaking, this game ended in a draw, which means that all the games of round number one have finished in a draw. And actually, we can sum up today's pairings, well, at least top 10 boards. Let's see what happened. So, on board number one, we had a very not exciting draw, but an interesting draw. Definitely 14-year-old Jiang has impressed me to hold Amin Basan to a draw. Yeah, you agree?
GM, like business when it comes to settling. You don't settle for anything less, and that is showing in his play as well. So amazing draw for the young Chinese player on board one. And do you have any comments regarding the other games? I mean, we saw that beautiful checkmate. Was it on board? I just wanted
It
to double check
was
which board it was. Board nine,
9.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
board
board
number
nine,
9.
knight to g5. That should stand out as one of the coolest, results of the round. And checkmates, yeah.
That one is definitely one for tactical books, you know. Like you said, I play chess, my best chess to try to be in a book, and this tactic is definitely one for the books.
Yeah.
Definitely very beautiful checkmate. Yeah, definitely. That was a beautiful game. Yeah, board number 1, 2, and 3 have finished in a draw. They have finished in a draw, and then we have finally a win on board number 4 by Grebnev Alexei. He did beat Naranyan. I think that was, we didn't follow it much, but I think that was the rook lift one. That was the rook lift
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
Oh, it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
True, true. Yeah.
And so he did manage to win at the end, which is very impressive. And also board number 5, Naranyan with black pieces beating Barogar. that was also a very nice game. That was the game where rook on a1 was cramped, basically the
That's
whole
true.
game. So that
Yeah,
was very, very
I
nice. Uh, Board number 6, Jacobson Brandon. I think I'm a bit sad that we couldn't see his whole game because the opening seemed to be quite interesting. Well, we didn't know which way he chose to play because the game stopped, but it doesn't matter because he did win the game. And also, board number 7 has finished the draw quite quickly, while board number 8, Jelmanko Ramzan has beat Azarov Sergey. So that's we have some decisive results, definitely.
Yeah, I really loved and enjoyed today despite the technical difficulties. Thank you for everyone sticking around and bearing with. But tomorrow should be a lot smoother. And I'm proud and very privileged to say that I will be here with Laura for the next couple of days and rounds. I'm very excited.
I'm very excited. Sadly, I will just be here for first 3 rounds. Yeah, but I will follow definitely your commentary for the other rounds. But yeah, I will try to host again tomorrow. Probably there's gonna be technical difficulties because hello, it's me.
No,
the
don't say that. It'll be much smoother, I'm sure. And then Wednesday we can decide. We can fight over it, like right before the broadcast. We can be like, no, I'll host. No, I'll host. Yeah, it'll be fun.
That's definitely gonna be fun. So, guys, you should definitely come back for the next games. They all start at, well, depends where you are, but my time it's 12. Jesse,
Thank
what's
you.
your time?
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock, so 12 noon Central European or GMT plus two. So make sure to be here tomorrow, same time. And yeah, thank you all for being here. I really enjoyed it. And chess, honestly, I'm learning a lot from you, Laura. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and yeah, definitely. I'm excited tomorrow for Jesse. Jesse, I'm excited. Hopefully, the board will not be radioactive, except if the chat wants that. Then I am happy to deliver. um,
Yeah.
so yeah, guys, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.